Hi, do you ever feel like you're lost in the weeds in life? I do. Definitely have felt that way. It's easy to feel like God has forgotten about us and that nothing will ever change, but it does. I could talk about all of the loss that I have experienced and all the hardship that I'm living through, and I don't mind talking about it. But what really charges me up is to talk about what God is able to do in the midst of all of the losses. Yeah, living through hard stuff. It's really hard. It's not what I've chosen. It's not what I would want anybody to go through. But if I flip that over and see, wow, He is able to do things, even in the midst of it, that I had no idea about. What comforts me is to know that God has a plan for me, and it doesn't begin with me, and it doesn't even end with me. It's His plan, and I belong in the middle of a much larger story, His story. And so, but what really charges me up is talking about the God's things, His ways, how He strengthens me, what He's doing. I love that part. So He knows what motivates me. He's always known the way that I function. I don't just go out and try to figure things out unless there's a reason. So I am definitely motivated by helping others. So several years ago, about 5 years ago, I was motivated to learn to publish a book so that I could help my dad publish a whole series of a course that he always teaches. So I thought, well, I can practice on my own book. Now, I've always been a writer, but I haven't always written. So this got me to put something into print form. So I figured out how to publish this book, Soft Spot in a Stone Wall, my book, the end of 2018. And then I published one of my dad's booklets in his series, Journey to Wholeness. I think it was in the beginning of 2019. And then in the middle of 2019, I had a major health crash where suddenly I was bedridden and my husband was caring for me. And it was so bad. I didn't even know it was possible to be that bad. I always felt like, if you're just tired, go lay down. But I learned that laying on the couch wasn't even adequate. I couldn't ride in the car. I couldn't do a lot of things. I couldn't set the table or talk to my husband with my eyes open. But what I could do every once in a while is sometimes I could open my laptop up and just do a little bit more and a little bit more. And so while I was bedridden, I also published this other book of mine called See, Hear, Do Prayer, which I'm really excited about. But it was never my plan just to publish my own books. So, and then I'm still working on my dad's books when I got interrupted by this other book that they wanted to do called The Season of Twos and Threes. And this was so exciting to my husband. He's like, you've got to print that one out. So I did. And then, well, actually, I was working on this book when my husband suddenly passed away while he was caring for me. And so everything got put on hold. But he always said, Tammy, finish the books. And I knew, in my heart, that this was something God had given me clarity about, that it was part of my purpose that He had for me is to do this. So it was less than 2 months after my husband passed away that I published this book, and it's dedicated to him. And then I was able to do 6 of my dad's 13 booklet series. And so I'll show you. So it's Captivity to Conquest, Book 1. Book 2 is Body, Soul, and Spirit. Book 3 is Transforming the Soul. Book 4 is forgiveness. Book 5 is judgment. Book 6 is accusations. So that has been extremely difficult to finish. It'd be easier if I wrote it myself, but I wrote all those words down that my dad was saying, and with images and everything. And then at the very end of that, my brother approached me and wanted me to help him. So I just now published my brother's book, Art, the Church's Response. And his is the largest book. All the other ones are booklets that are like 100 pages or under. And this one here is a 200-page book. So I just say all that because, you know, we always think that there's a way that we're supposed to do these things. You know, I need to do this, 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 and this, and then I need to make sure I market stuff. And I need to make sure that I have a book launch. And I'm saying, okay, yeah, there's a way to do it, but that's not the most important part. The most important part is to actually do what it is. Baby steps are fine. Just go ahead. If he's telling you to write, don't wait to make it perfect. Do it in the midst of all the obstacles in your own life. And little by little, it will come together and you will complete it. And then God will do more. Anyway, bless you.